Hello everyone, my name is Ankit Dhamija and I am glad to be part of IMCCRT 2020 conference in the virtual online mode. Uh, my paper title is A Novel Approach for Dependency Detection and Impact Analysis in C# based object oriented environment. I'm sharing the screen now. The co-authors of this paper are Dr. Sunil Sikka and Dr. Atul Sharma, and this paper is about change impact analysis of object oriented software. So this is the slide. I'm putting it into slideshow mode. Right. So the contents that I'm going to cover here are the introduction to change impact analysis, the research objectives, literature review process, proposed model, the algorithm that we have created, the algorithm implementation, empirical evaluation of the approach, the findings and conclusion. So I would like to start with the introduction to software change management. There are several softwares that are running fine, but why there is a need to change the software? There are several reasons are that can be, like clients changing requirement. There is a need to migrate to upgrade to a new platform. Some new functionality has to be introduced. Error corrections can be there. Some bugs and omissions in the source code are there, so that need to be removed and to improve the efficiency of the software. And there are other reasons also. So there is a step-by-step maintenance process that works, and in that maintenance process, change management and impact analysis are the starting points. So together, collectively, we call these two approaches as change impact analysis, and this is our focus area of research. So it is a process to identify all system and software products that a change request affects and develops an estimate of the resources that are needed to accomplish that change. So CIA can be used for several purposes that are mentioned here: forecasting change impact, performing estimation of cost, program comprehension, evaluating the ripple effects of a change introduction, and so on. This is the step-by-step change impact analysis process, which is globally followed by every researcher. It was proposed by Bonner. So different sets are created, like change set, estimated impact set, actual impact set, fast false negative and false positive impact set are also created in this, and artifacts are put into respective sets. Now, objective of the performing this change impact analysis is to minimize the difference between these two sets, EIS and AIS, by following this equation. EIS plus FNIS minus FPIS should equal to AIS. Now, there are several techniques of change impact analysis, like traceability based CIA, dependency based change impact analysis, and experiential based CIA. And to evaluate all these techniques and approaches, there are two most widely used metrics called precision and recall, which are based on these two sets. So the objective of our approach is to design a change impact analysis model for object-oriented software that should assess the impact of change on code, and then to validate the proposed model through empirical evaluation. This is the methodology that we have followed, see step-by-step process we have followed of selecting the papers for our research. This is the flowchart which is mentioned here, how we have selected and rejected the paper based on its contents. This is the proposed change recommender model, where we are taking two inputs, the actual software project and the change request from the client or the user. Then there are four phases which are part of the preliminary stage which we are working. So there is an artifact classification phase where the artifacts are classified into three categories: classes, methods, and variables. Then we ask the user to choose an appropriate artifact, and then based on the selected artifact, the dependency detection and analysis phase comes into picture, which is the main algorithm of our approach. This algorithm gives us selected artifacts which are dependent ones, and we put them into the EIS. So this is our main focus area in the preliminary stage. The CIS stage is a common one, which is commonly used everywhere, where when the changes are implemented, and then the actual impact of the changes is recorded, and then we compare the AIS and EIS according to the precision and recall, and then it is calculated. This is the proposed dependency detector algorithm that we have created, where the change request is coming from the user, and we are categorizing the change request, and then according to the different classes, methods, and variables of the input program, Then our algorithm, proposed algorithm, will work here, and it will find us the dependent classes, dependent methods, and dependent variables of the selected artifact that needs to be changed. This is the algorithm where three different sets are created and initialized: CIS, MIS, and VIS. We call them classes impact set, method impact set, and variable impact set. Now, depending on the selected artifact, each set is initialized. For example, if a class needs to be changed, we put it into CIS. If a method get needs to be changed, we put it into MIS, and if only a variable is one which needs to be changed, we put it into VIS. Then there are some required inputs and outputs of the algorithm. The inputs are selected artifact from any of these three sets and the actual change request, and the output is the dependent artifacts. It can be dependent classes, methods, or variables which we put into different sets which start with the word dependent. Now we have implemented this approach in the C# because as per the literature review findings, most of the work is based on Java based systems and C++ based tools are available, but there is no such tool available which is there for the C# based projects, and there are so many software projects, Windows applications that are developed in .NET. So we have implemented it in C#, developed on Microsoft Visual Studio platform using C# .NET Framework 4.5. It has a very user friendly and intuitive GUI, and in this diagram, you can see there are three phases: artifact fetcher, dependency detector, and dependency visualization. This is the artifact fetcher phase where different artifacts are fetched and we classify them into classes, methods, and variables. Then after their extraction, we take this as an input and our dependency detector algorithm works and find all the dependencies of the selected artifact. Then dependency visualization phase is working, which gives us a three-way output in the form of text, in the form of different list boxes, and in the form of pointed arrowed graphs also. These are the snapshots of the tool where this is the artifact fetcher subsystem at work, where an input program is browsed, C# file is browsed, then it is categorized into classes, methods, and variables. Here classes are listed, here methods we can see here, all the variables of the input program are listed. Now the dependency detector subsystem works where we ask the user to select the artifact type out of classes, methods, and variables. Then upon selection of a particular class or method or variable, the dependency detector finds all the dependencies of the selected artifact. Now to view the output, the dependency visualization subsystem screenshot is presented here, where the first output is textual output, where the output is listed in the form of a sentence here, where the changes in the variable y affects variable c, method a, and classes a and class c are affected. Same thing is viewed as a list view output. The three-way output is there, and we also display output as a graphical form in big pointed arrows where class names and method names are also listed. To compare our approach, we performed the empirical evaluation of the approach where we took 10 sample projects, C# projects of varying size. Here is the classification of those projects. Then we decided to change few variables in the first three projects, then methods in the next three projects, and classes in the next four projects. So these are the graphs and the output of those. Here we can see the number of classes is the most one which have been changed. So these are the findings that classes are the most affected software artifact when the change is introduced, and there is less inheritance in the project P7 to P10. And our tool was also able to extract the dependencies from all the input programs. So the tool can be very helpful for developers, testers, and the maintenance team in the code analysis. So to conclude, we can say the tool is very efficiently performing its work, and it's able to find out all the dependencies for which it has been created, and it takes minimum time. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for listening. I hope our tool will help the researchers, and I am thankful to the IMCCRT conference organizers, the session chairs, and the reviewers for taking so much pain to organize this wonderful conference. I look forward to its next edition in the next year. Thank you so much, everyone.